you can open this bit estimate completely. Again, you can work just in a standard way. You see that this estimation has automatically created from the internal library, but you can also switch to model-based view, and then you see the related quantity information of the items day in behind, so you got more information from the related items. In between the estimation and the BOQ, you can jump. Not all of the work I need to estimate myself, so I will take a part of it, and the rest of the estimation I will go for subcontracting. I create new work item allocation. Inside the work item allocation, you see your project alternative, all related BOQs. And I can now define from my new BOQ, which I have not completely estimated, that the piling I will not do myself. In this case, I will generate a package. I will choose, in my case, if I have selected it already here on the tree with a free selection criteria, I want to take it the same way if I have selected it. I will give this description piling, and I choose already that this is a specialist, a subcontractor who has to do the piling. Next, I will use just the selected area as I have selected it. Next, and finish. You see now that there is a package now on the one side, and you see what are the related items that I want to subcontract. In the project there was the package now created. The package normally is in inquiry stage. The first step is I want to send out these related bits to a subcontractor. So I will choose now from my bidder library three of the bidders, or as many as I need. For the bidders you can give the description of the company, certain parameters and basic data and qualification. Close this one. On the higher level you can define here the settings of VAT and so on, which you want to use for this request for tender. And then you can send out the bid to an invitation of bidder formula using an XML standard database format, and I will save it as a file. I will save it now locally to my client's BOQ. Is successfully exported. Here you find this X1 file. If I double click it, then on my machine I have installed this small eBid application. This can be distributed to your subcontractor, so it's an email size. I have now firstly to fill in my general information. So I'm the masonry expert. Zip, postal zip. And then I have these 4 piles in here, and I can fill in my case only the price, only the unit price for one pile. And I can then export it back to iTwo. I use this x1 data save. Make a second bidder. Change 2 of the figures. Going back to iTwo. Now I can move my package to the evaluation phase because I got now the information that I got incoming tender or offers. Move to bid analysis phase, yes. So you see that in the bid analysis phase there is an evaluation created. I can now import these two bidders information. It's bidder number 1. No, 3. It's the masonry expert. Import the second one. And then open this evaluation. Expand the structure. You see now that you have prices here from the bidders, and on the evaluation page you see now this first bidder, the second bidder. This one is the cheaper one. Here we have nothing. I can move him away. So we have just the 2 at the moment. This one is the cheaper one, which is green. Here is a runaway. This means that there is a tolerance value, and if the percentage is too high, then it will show it as a runaway, that there could be probably a mistake in this bidder's cost situation. You see all of them are very near, but this one is extremely different, so probably he has forgotten or make a mistake, and you can verify this. If you decide for this bidder to give him the contract, then you can firstly transfer the bidder quotes to your estimation. You need to choose a cost code, in this case it's subcontractor, and I will only disable the existing details. So this could be standard. If you want to delete it and replace it, it's also possible. And got the positive information. When you go then to back to the alternative, you can go to the estimation. Look in the civil, and there was the piling which we have subcontracted, and you see we have estimations now here that the specialist will do the job, and you got the resulting cost of that. You can also take BOQs from previous estimation just by the copy window in the module estimation, BOQ or elemental costing. You have always this copy window. There you can choose then templates or projects for which you have done previously and copy segments of this project directly into your BOQ or estimation. So for example, I will delete here everything and make a new one, so you can choose from which project, either from the master or from a template project or from the samples or from the trainings. Then you can choose one project. We have here a lot at the moment. I choose one of the training, so say OK. There's no BOQ, take this one. Choose the second one. You can save this. I will not do it now. Then you get this pre-selection of the elements here, and you can copy these details from an estimation, or when you are in a BOQ. We'll go to a BOQ, bill of quantities. You can copy complete parts of other estimations directly into your project. I will switch to the standard view, docking window, copy window. Then you can select from a previous BOQ. And you can take segments of this BOQ, specification, for example the surface treatments, and copy it into your BOQ. So I copy the whole division of surface treatments and it will be part of your BOQ. Same way of the estimation, you can copy this. Now I have the surface treatments as well inside my project, or I can copy here estimation details of other estimations directly with all the related resources. Here's nothing calculated, so I will choose another one which I know there is something calculated. And take the estimation detail of another estimation directly into my project to this item. You see the related estimation details come over. I close this one. Beside the 3D quantity takeoff, you can surely take a manual quantity takeoff. The QTO document must be in a free QTO, so therefore I create now a new QTO document. Seems everybody has one already. Quantity takeoff. Inside this process, even if you have a bug, so don't be too concerned. Everything is safe. I will open this BOQ document. You see it is empty. I create a new line, append line. I must now say for what item or for what location this item is related. So I want to measure something, for example something out of my civil BOQ. I press F3. I get the related BOQ where the QTO belongs to. I will do for the concrete, highway and bridges, superstructure concrete, and I will measure the decks. And then I have the formula. I will use the formula 93. And I will make a 2D measurement of the area. So therefore I make a rectangle measurement. Currently I have nothing inside my plan management, so I need to import the related planning where I want to make this measurement on. I choose this bridge example. The first thing I need to do is I need to scale. I will scale the plan with one measurement in X direction. You can make 2 or 3 in X and Y direction. So in my case I will make 1 in X direction. Here to here is 7 meters. And you see it has now just make the X direction. Now I need to scale the Y direction. That's a little bit more tough if you have done it like this. Maybe you need to do it sometimes 2 times. when the scale is very bad. One road should be 7 meters. Now you have the scale of the plan, you can close it. You see now you have your plan here now in the right scale. Then I use a rectangular measurement and say, okay, here, here, here. I go on. Yes, it worked. Thanks. I'm not sure if I have a texture inside. Yes, roadway. You can define a texture. You can also directly type it if you know it. Then you have your measurements and you can close here. And then you get line by line. You can also just do a free measurement in between. If you have something not in the plan, you can make it formula 92 and you can say 45 multiplied 22. So you can build up one by one, like an Excel spreadsheet, your measurement. Yes, I know. I know that it will not come. So you don't see any change now in where was it? It was the place deck structure. Currently it's still the quantity is the old quantity. I will here append, customize the table and activate the AQ quantity. And I will go back to my BOQ, to my QTO document. One thing, if I create the QTO document directly on the base, not from the item, then I must assign the related quantity in iTwo. So here in the background you see the relation of this item BQ and AQ, and I must say for which of these quantities this quantity takeoff is meant. So normally you will choose the internal quantity, so that it is now it is assigned to the internal quantity. It can be assigned to both quantities. This is your decision at this point for this quantity takeoff. So when you then go to the BOQ, you got the related quantity takeoff, what we just made. Now we have estimated the direct job cost of the project. We need to consider that this is not the only cost what we have. We have also the possibility to determine indirect cost.